What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Pretty excited today. I actually got a care package in from one of you guys, and I'm super thankful for that. So I just wanted to make a quick video and give this guy a shout out. I got a EGR delete to put on, but we'll get into that here in a second. First of all, I got a care package here from EFJ. I'll put a link to his channel in the description, but he actually sent me some nice butt connectors of every size, like a whole kit of them, so I can go ahead and get those junk ones that I got from the hardware store here in town off of my injector wires and clean them up with these guys, make them look a whole lot better, and anything else I need to splice in, we can really get looking good. So thank you so much, EFJ. Like I said, I'll put a link to his channel down here in the description. And yeah, so let's get at this thing. I just got this EGR block-off plate from Halferlin Performance. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get that thing stuck on there, and it shouldn't take long at all. Gosh, the peanuts in my throat. And yeah, so let's hop to it. Alright, you guys, we got the EGR delete on there now. Got this old EGR off, so we no longer need that. And yeah, super simple install. The studs definitely gave me a little bit of an issue getting out, but it wasn't too bad. I just had to clean the oil off of them so they would actually grip when I did the 2-nut method, and they came right out. So yeah, we are done with that, guys, and it looks fantastic. Super stoked about it. Alright, you guys, I just got the exhaust unhooked off the bottom here. You can see it's just dangling. So now we're basically just open down pipes, so let's go ahead and fire her up and see what she sounds like. I got a feeling it's going to sound pretty freaking good. Oh yeah, she's sounding rowdy. Lots of popping from the, I assume that's from it running really rich with them bigger injectors. But yeah, she sounds rowdy. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to trying to get these cats off. So we gotta just see if we can get these 4 studs to come out. If the studs come out, we should be good. If the studs don't come out, then we're gonna have issues, but we'll see what happens. All right, you guys, we got the cats off. It was not easy. It was a pain because all 4 of the studs on the front of the front head stayed in the head as they should. So I ended up having to do the old double nut trick to get all 4 of them out, and it just was not easy because there was not a whole lot of clearance in there, but we got it. So they're all 4 out now. I'm going to replace those with just bolts, so that way next time it'll be a lot easier to work with them as opposed to studs. And then yeah, we'll go from there. But you can see here's what I'm talking about. So this one you can see is completely trashed. Here, this one works. I can thread a bolt into it. This one's good. So that one has 2, a nut and a bolt holding it to the rest of the exhaust. This one's broke off. This one, this hole right here is too rusty to get a bolt into. So this cat only had 1 bolt holding it on. And you can see on the gasket actually that it was leaking. This whole side of it was leaking. So yeah, it's not good. Alright, you guys, so I'm just taking my Dremel. I just cut off the broken studs and drilled the holes out, so we'll make that work. I just gotta get some bolts and nuts for it. I'm working on the other one right now. I just gotta get 1 more stud out, and then we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and we'll finish this thing up. Alright, guys, we got all of them drilled out. I just left the studs that were in there that were good in, and got the other ones drilled out, so now we just gotta get some bolts and nuts, and we can put this thing back together. So that was a lot of work. I don't ever want to do that again. It was horrible, but we managed. Turns out I have really crappy, old, dull drill bits, but we made it work. So yeah, we'll be back out here probably Friday evening after work, and we'll get this thing back together and see what it sounds like without any exhaust leaks. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, guys, we're back out here in the garage today. As you saw yesterday, we got the cats all drilled out, all the old rusty bolts out of them. So now today I want to try to get them gutted. So the first step to that is going to be getting all the O2 sensors out, because I don't want to damage any of those when we're trying to gut these things. And then once we get those out of there, maybe, actually that looks like it's going to be kind of a pain to get to. But once we get those out of there, then we can go ahead and start trying to gut these things, and hopefully it'll go pretty smooth. I have no idea what to expect. I've never done this before, so we shall find out. All right, you guys, we just got one of them all gutted, so you can see maybe in there that it is hollow now. It was actually really easy. I just put it in the vise here, use this big chisel and a hammer, and just hammered it on out. I did take the O2 sensors out first just to be safe, but yeah, we're good to go. So now we'll move on to the next one, get the next one done, and then tomorrow after work I'll get it all put back together and we'll see what it sounds like. All right, guys, the cats are officially gutted, both of them. So now, like I said, tomorrow when I get home from work, I'll run to the hardware store. I gotta get some bolts for them still to bolt them to the rest of the exhaust. And then yeah, we can put it back together and hear what it sounds like. I'll probably just put the downpipes on, fire it up so we can hear what it sounds like after removing the cats, or at least the cat material on the inside without hooking the rest of the exhaust up, just so we can compare to the earlier clip. And then we'll put it all back together with the exhaust and hear what it sounds like with the full exhaust on it. I cannot wait. It's gonna be night and day, I think, compared to how it was, because them cats were pretty bad. So I can only imagine what it's gonna sound like tomorrow. But yeah, I also reached out to Quentin Crossland at Irate Racing about a tune, as well as CIA Performance in Columbus and Slow Motion in Columbus, who tuned it last time, but unfortunately Slow Motion told me that they're not doing a whole lot of tuning at the moment, and they told me to message Irate Racing or Jarvis. So we're kind of back trying to figure out who's going to tune this thing and when. I did get a hold of Irate Racing, and he told me he'd let me know soon when he could get me on the schedule, so hopefully that'll be sooner than later. But we'll see, who knows. So I'll keep you guys updated on that as I get information, and yeah, tomorrow we'll get this thing back together and see what it sounds like. All right, you guys, I just got the front cat, I guess you can't even really call it cat anymore, the front downpipe hollowed out cat back on. I used those bolts that I bought to replace the studs with, and it worked really well. So yeah, that's all ready to go. We just gotta connect it down here at the bottom still. But for now, first I'm gonna put this back cat on there, and then yeah, we'll move right along with this thing. So I cannot wait to hear it fire up. We're almost there, guys. All right, guys, we are officially now just open headers. Got them both back on. Exhaust is not hooked up. So let's fire it up and see what it sounds like. I got a feeling it's gonna be popping and banging like crazy, because it is running really rich, but let's see what happens. Holy cow, what a difference that made. Cool, it sounds great. It sounds like a V8 with a lot of pops and bangs almost. So yeah, let's go ahead and hook the rest of the exhaust up and see what it sounds like with the full exhaust on it. It's gonna sound night and day from how it was before. It was all quiet and almost inconspicuous before. I got a feeling now it's gonna sound pretty rowdy. All right, you guys, got the exhaust all back and hooked up. Should have no exhaust leaks now. Got everything good and tight. So let's go ahead and fire it up and see what it sounds like now. Dang, she's sounding good. I could not be more stoked about that, guys. That's a big time upgrade. Got the exhaust leaks fixed all in one. And yeah, we're ready to hit the dyno now, guys. I'm just waiting on a confirmation date on that, and we'll be getting this thing over there hopefully within the next few weeks, and see what kind of power it's making. So we're getting close, guys. Like I said, we're pretty much done. So nothing else is really going to happen to it until it hits the dyno. I know I keep saying that, and I keep finding new things to do, but this time I think it's actually it's there. So yeah, anyways, guys, I know it's been a pretty lengthy video of me just kind of blabbing on, but as always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it more than you guys know, and we will see you next time.